I am Dyana Rozay, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Hit that notification bell too, that way you don't miss any of my videos. I go by Dyana Rozay on all platforms, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. What's up, everybody? This is Dyana Rozay and Clone. What up, Clone?
Hey.
Hey, everyone. If y'all can hear the sound of my voice, please let me know by dropping your city into the chat. We were having some sound difficulties earlier, so I want to make sure that you guys can hear me. What is up? What is up? What is up? Come on in. Come on in, everyone. Hey, hey, hey. H-Town, what's up, Chicago? Hey, how are you? Okay, good. Glad that you guys can hear us. Okay, what's up, H-Town? What's up, Chicago? Hope everybody is hitting that like button on your way in. Come on in. What's up, Troy? How are you? All righty. Good, good, good. Hey, everybody. Okay, we are about to get it started. What is up, Linda? What is up, Miss Tina? Anyone that you see with a purple wrench behind their name, they are here to make sure you guys have a good time in the chat, okay? Those are the moderators. They are volunteering their time on this holiday weekend, so I appreciate them a whole lot. What's up, Clone?
Hey.
I can make us bigger. Come on in, everyone. Okay, we are going to get crack-a-lacking on this review for yesterday's episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. What are your thoughts, girl? Anybody you give the MVP to?
No.
No? Okay. Yes. Thank you, Miss Tina. The way you speak in this house is by hitting the like button, okay? I ain't did nothing to y'all, so go ahead and say hello to me. Okay. Hello, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. I asked Clone if she gave anybody the MVP for the episode, most valuable person on the episode, and Clone said no, child. Who do I give the MVP to? Do I have anybody?
Mm-mm. There was one. No. I would actually give this episode, I would rate it a 6. I would say it was a solid D.
A solid B. You have an echo in your voice. I don't know if it's
because my mic is off.
Oh, your mic is off. Okay. Got it. Okay, no problem. We'll deal with it. Anywho, anybody in the chat, what do you rate episode 4? On a scale of 1 to 10, let me see what your ratings are. Clone is rating it a 6. I see Mama Dama is rating it a 5.
Hey, Linda Gamble.
Muted Expression rated it a 3. 3. Okay. I got a 7.
Somebody gave it a 7.
A 7. We had a 3, a 2. 67 of you are in the chat. 76 of you are in the chat now. Okay, so it's averaging like 3s, 5s. It's probably like a good 5.5, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a 5, 5.5. Come on in. All right. G Squad, excuse me. G Squad 68 rated a 1. Okay. Okay, y'all. The sisters are here. We're about to talk about it. I'm going to rate it. Did you say a 6, Clone?
Yes.
I'm going to rate it a 6 too. Okay. For me, the scenes with anything that has to do with Trish and Ken right now. Okay. Where's my
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
It's
Trish
giving
and
me
Ken
the
are
energy.
blowing it for me. They're blowing it for me. I don't like them at all. And this is what they've had 2 scenes or 3?
2.
So they were introduced to us last episode.
Yes. So technically it would be 2 with the both of them and then 1 with just Trish.
Okay. So there's 3 episodes, I think, or 3 scenes that they had. I cannot take. I can't take it right now. You would think that, there's a buildup to whatever they got going on. I'm not interested. And Trish has a way of talking to her teeth like this when she's talking, and you don't know what her emotional place is. Like you don't know how she's feeling about anything. You don't know if she's happy or sad or everything is just real
It's
monotone.
monotone. Yeah, she's on one level, but I feel the same way about Ken. As a matter of fact, I was hoping that they would put up like the caption when he would speak because he spoke so low, and then when he spoke to Courtney, they were both speaking low. They have a very distinct way of speaking, and it was a little it was a little weird to me.
That's my petty face right here. King of petty. He said it's in his DNA. I'm gonna be petty right now. What the hell is going on with Trish and Ken? I don't know. Okay, we need help over there. Somebody need to come in and bring in some life support for Trish and Ken. I don't like it. I don't like it. But anyway, let's talk about what we saw on this episode, child. It was pretty deep. Well, first off, let's say I'm happy to hear that Lance has made it out the pokey. Okay, that broke. The news dropped earlier today that Lance had walked out the jail. The kids ran over. They was happy to see their daddy. Nell Fletcher got a little teary eyed. So from what I'm understanding, he's home. He's free. Okay, so I do want to say that. Congrats to you, sir. Apparently, he had a little trouble this morning. Was arrested like at 6:00 a.m. and made it up out of there about 7:45. Okay, so good for him for making it out the pokey. I don't know what is going on over there. It is a lot. Okay, what is this? It says correction. Trish resembles Shamar. Shamar who? Who's Shamar? Huh?
Shamar Moore?
Yeah, there's only one Shamar that I know, and that's Shamar Moore. Are you referring to Shamar Moore, the actor?
The actor?
Oh, let me say this about Kevin Reynolds, okay? There's enough petty to go around, child. Kevin, you, sir, you are top notch when it comes to being. I appreciate you for coming in and bringing life to the chat. Okay, he said, no, not the actor. Okay, who? All right. No, I'm sorry. I'm waiting for you to respond to that. 144 of you are here in the house enjoying the chat, enjoying the show. Please make sure you say hello by hitting the like button. That's your only pay for now, okay? Let's see. What else y'all got going on? Tell me who you're referring to, Kevin. I'm just kidding with you. I just thought it was funny. You were like, she looks like Shamar. I'm not sure who Shamar is. But anyway,
I was still thinking of Lance. I thought someone was saying Lance looked like Shamar. I was going to say Shamar Moore, but never mind.
He said Trish.
Trish, okay.
Trish. Let's see. Nell ain't gonna let no black man be in jail. Well, she shouldn't. I mean, it's her blood, child. It was birthed from her loins. Okay. He said, look it up on Google. Oh, now you're sending me to Google, sir. Is this going to be something? Oh, shit.
What?
He's right. This actual meme was for you in the right way. Okay. Kevin, I wasn't, when I put that out there, I almost felt bad, but no, this is you for sure.
He said warning you in advance.
Okay. Back to the first scene, which happened to have been Tisha and Kimmy. Okay, so they open it up. Y'all know that it ended with Melody saying at the end of it, Melody said last scene, she don't give a damn about Destiny, right? I don't care about Destiny. Me and Destiny ain't friends, okay? And I don't put nothing past her, okay? I don't put nothing past her, for that's right. But they open the scene with Destiny and Tisha and Kimmy. And Kimmy and Tisha basically have a sit down at the beginning. They look like they haven't seen each other for a minute, give each other a little hug. And Tisha gets right down to business. She said, at the end of the day, let me take that comment down. She said, at the end of the day, you know, Marcel is supposed to be working on this project for you. And I really don't want Marceau's faulty business practices to get in between you and our sisterhood, right? She said, "You and I have come a long way, child. And I'm going to tell you right now, Marcel ain't got it in him to make this a smooth transition. So you and I are going to fall out if he moves forward. I'm sensitive about you and I." And she said, "You have every reason to be, because I'm on a timeline and I can't. Okay. I got to make sure shit is done the way it is supposed to be done." Venus, listen, baby, I read between the lines. That's what you're going to get from me. Facts. Okay. She definitely said, "I don't want this to be a problem for us." And she said, "I don't either. So who else can we get to do the job? Because it can't be Marceau." Okay. That's what I heard being said. Okay. Yes, Venus, for sure. So they talked about that for 2 seconds, and then here comes Destiny.
Here comes Destiny.
Now, this was what was funny to me. Okay. Let's see. Someone said, if you Google the name Shamar Child, I'm going to stay out of that. Anyway.
I got to Google it. Hang on.
185 of you are watching right now. So make sure that y'all hit that like button. Let me see how many likes y'all got from me so far. Not enough. Not enough. Come on, y'all. Hit the like button, please, and thanks. Okay. Hit the like button. There's actually 191 of you watching. So there's only 109 that have hit the like button. Keep hitting the like button, y'all. It's a small task. Okay. Anyway, they get down to the meat and potatoes of it. They said they sat with Mel, and they wanted to know how everyone's relationships were doing. This is what this meeting is about. Who's getting along with who, is still, in a bad place. I didn't even show my shirt today, y'all. I am wearing Dyana Ross again. This is her Supremes look, child. Anyway, they let her know who was appreciating who didn't like who, right? And they said they met with Sonny, and Destiny looked a little like, y'all met with Sonny. But at the end of the day, they were like, listen, we were on what you're on. We told her we didn't appreciate it. The shit looked bad. And they even told Destiny, even Mel said that the stuff they were saying about how they got together looked bad. To which Destiny kind of makes this confused face, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not really giving much, but kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then he said, at the end of the day, I don't consider Sonny my friend. But when I was going through chemo treatments, when I was doing my biopsy, she was literally right there. Yeah. She said that like 2 or 3 times. And I was like, I'm kind of confused. Okay, because are you saying that Sonny is just showing up in spaces that are super high emotion and where people need to lean on people? She's making herself available in these situations, but then she's walking away and saying that she's not friends with people. Now, at this point, I ain't gonna lie, even though Destiny said don't like her as a person on the show. I don't know her in real life, but on the show, she has moments that are questionable at best. And I'm gonna talk a little bit more about it when we get to the end of the scene, or the very end of the scene, her and Moses, because Destiny dropped the ball in so many ways. It is unreal. Okay. But anyway, let's see. Kevin said that Kimmy's word salad can't be trusted. Well, I'm going to say this. She was very matter of fact. I was going through treatment. I was getting my biopsy. Sonny was right there. Sonny was right there through all of it.
Right.
Heart. And she said, I don't consider her a friend, but the way she lent herself to me would lead me to question how she would, that stabbing in the back kind of tendency. Okay. Let's see.
Meaning she could be there for one cast member, but not another. It was just kind of weird. Yeah.
Well, she was there for Destiny because that was Destiny's argument, that even when the girl was fired, she was calling me. She was reaching out to me. She was making me think that we were building a relationship or having a friendship. So if y'all want to believe that I wasn't talking to her about Moses, that's a lie, is what if I have to read in between what Destiny says, because Destiny never really tells you anything. But I'm going to assume that's what she was saying, since I've heard her say it before, that she was sharing her relationship. in this situation, Kimmy's trying to help Destiny by saying, well, I can believe you because I know the shit she was doing when I was going through certain things, and I don't even consider her a friend. You considered her a friend, so what the hell was she doing for you? Okay? That's how I understood it. I think Kimmy is over the show and is still there for the Scots. I don't know. Good afternoon. Okay, sorry. I need to stay out the chat's business is what it looks like. You guys are telling me. Stay out of the chat's business. Okay. Anyway, after they go through all of that and the Sunny stuff, they have this little moment where they say, this is who we all need to sit down to see if we can square away our differences. I think they asked, was it Tisha to sit with Stormy? Kimmy said, I'm good with everybody. This is a small ass town. We are even smaller on this TV show. So we really need to make it so that we can talk to each other at the very least. And they asked Destiny if she's willing to sit with Melody. Destiny makes a little comment about, I'll be willing to do it, but if somebody strikes a match or some shit, I'm burning this motherfucker to the ground. And that's how it ends, okay? Let's see. I agree with Destiny. They may not have been friends, but they were too close for that. Well, I think that's what they're trying to say. They're trying to say that at the end of the day, there was way more to what we are seeing or hearing with Sonny, because regardless, I think Carlos King said that Sonny was only a part of his team for 1 year. So that being the case, when they give the timeline, it would have been a year before. And if for at least 2 years, they were talking to Destiny, or she was talking to Destiny before this engagement happened with Moses, right? Okay, that's how it ends, y'all. I'm looking for your comments. Everybody's just basically saying who gives a shit. I'm all for the cordiality, but the fake hanging out-ish is it for me. Fake hanging out. What do you mean by that, April? Do you not want them to film on the show? Because sometimes I get confused by what y'all saying. Y'all know that, like, Real Housewives of Atlanta, I believe it was Candy who revealed they never hung out with each other off season, only during the filming time. So they used to get themselves to a place where they may have been cordial, but filming. And I think that's what they were trying to do. They're trying to be cordial, but filming. Melody had said on a radio show, I believe on Friday, she said, number one, that Tisha and Kimmy have her phone number, clearly, that they sent her a Happy Mother's Day text, which actually shows that they are in a place where they're trying to be thoughtful with each other, because I'm going to assume that it was reciprocated. She sent a Mother's Day text as well. She also talked about a memory that Tisha had in her phone of when their children were smaller and played together and how they sent to each other. And she was like, this is what Mel said, which actually floored me. But she said, I don't know why people think that we have animosity or bad blood. I don't. She said, at least I don't for them. That's how she said it. And I thought it was funny because, yikes, that has been the question every time she is online. What's going on? Don't be friends with them. Don't talk to them. Don't. That's always, I always see that in her chat when I'm over there. But child, I'm just like, this is so hilarious. But what she is saying as of right now in 2024, they have sent texts to each other as recently as last weekend, wishing each other well and laughing about how cute their kids were when they were little. She even said they were real friends at one time. That is a part of a radio interview. She didn't have to say any of that. She did. Okay. She could have left it at how's things going with you and the rest of the cast. And she could have said we're cordial and left it at that. But she decided to explain it. So next up is child. Who is it? Martell and Nell Fletcher?
Martell and Nell Fletcher, yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I want Martell. I want this to be the end for Martell too.
Yeah, Martell needs to be off the show. He's not interesting. He comes across as a total.
Martell is a liar. He is a liar, pants on fire liar. He's the type of liar that will literally, he will tear everyone down. Okay, he will tear everyone down. The cast, the production crew.
Lies, doesn't matter. Yeah,
It's
doesn't matter what takes them out as long as they're gone.
And you can't demand honesty from him because it's not in him to give ever.
He lies within the same scene. He will say, "Yes, I did it. No, I didn't." That's how bad he is.
He's such a liar. He can't even get his tongue to tell the truth. That is how bad of a lie. I mean, like, you're watching it and it kind of makes your stomach bubble because you're like, how grown is he? He is a grown fucking man.
He's
What
a
is
grown
he
fucking
doing?
man. And how long did he have to basically tell his side of the story? He had plenty of time to give an explanation, and this is what he comes up with: garbage.
I don't know how these scenes were taped. He was arrested in January. I don't know how soon he actually filmed this scene with Nell Fletcher. But what I can say is this: when Nell's sitting at the table with him, and she said, "Martell, you said it was just a text, but I talked to Mel. You sent her a picture. It was Revenge Pete." She goes trying to explain it. Martell's like, "What? What? Revenge Pete?"
Right. So confused. Like, what are you talking about? I have no clue.
It's a text. Then he pulls out his phone like a 3-year-old. He said, look, it's just a text. Right. He hands her the phone. I'm sitting there like, I am suffering secondhand embarrassment, and I should not be. I'm just like in awe. This man is literally, he can't even get the words out. And Nell's sitting there looking at him. And then I don't even know how the shit ended. He basically just lies and said it's mail. Like, it's whatever she claims it is, it's mail. It's for some shit that happened in 2022. I don't give a damn when it happened, sir. And you know for a fact that whatever happened in 2022 didn't match what happened in 2023. Like, you're not putting this picture together. It's a horrible situation. And nobody, I don't know if he has a production or producer, but that producer should say, I don't want to work with Martell anymore. I'm done.
Yes.
Martell is ignoring his social media shenanigans in that scene. He thinks he's slick. The thing is,
even slick. He's a dummy.
Well, the thing is, even him saying Mel was bullying me, the day all of that shit went down in August, I believe it was August 27th, maybe a few days before, because it felt like the entire weekend. I remember I was at the movies and my phone was like ding, 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 ding. That is because people were sending me messages on IG and they were like, please get on live and talk about this right now. I'm like, I'm at the movies. I am not able to talk about this. But it's so crazy that man is that dumb. He's that dumb. He's been on reality TV for 8 seasons now, and he acts like he doesn't know how this shit works. It is awful. It is awful. Martell is too stupid to. He committed a crime.
Yeah.
He's dumb for sure.
To do anything, you're absolutely right.
Then he tries to make a joke now because I guess he didn't like how Nell Fletcher was handling it. So he calls Nell Fletcher a side chick. Oh, like, you a side chick? She basically, Nell's trying to appeal to him. Like, I know what Mel's going through. I had a similar situation with Lexi and what was going on with her. He goes, oh, you a side chick like Ariane?
Yes. He said her name and they believed it.
You a side chick like Ariane. Then after she does that, she go, no, I'm not a side chick, Martell. And because of all this shit, I have to make choices about what happens, how you serve in my life, how you are going to show up. I have a birthday party. I'm celebrating the only time I'll ever be 60, okay? Right. And you are not fucking invited, okay? I'm inviting your ex-wife. And he sits at the table and literally he does this whole thing where he's gasping. And then in confessional, he said, I don't give a damn about him being invited to no 60-year-old birthday party.
How old is Sheree?
60.
Right.
Sheree is 60. Don't act like you don't like Poontang, sir.
Right. Exactly.
Unfucking real. a hot ass mess. Okay, 333 of you are watching. Please hit that like button, please and thank you. Yeah, if Sheree is in 60, she closer to 60 than she is to 41. So that's all I'm going to say. At the end of the day, Nell was born in 1971, not 60.
Oh,
So
okay.
she's not 60.
She was born in 1971, so that would make her 53.
Y'all just roll with the jokes, okay? They may not be 60 years old, but don't make it bad for the chat. All I'm saying is Martell got some damn nerve, okay? Sometimes I like to be petty, you know what I'm saying? Me and my partner right here. We just like to be petty every once in a while, okay? Hey, Tasha Rains. Tasha Rains has been a member for 17 months. Welcome, 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 welcome. I appreciate you. Hi, Diana and Clone. August 27th is Ariane's birthday. He was trying to appease Ariane. Oh, because she like
by saying her name every 10 seconds. Yeah.
Well, it turns out that Martell likes it old too. We all know this. We all know this, okay? That's whatever. But I appreciate you, Miss Tasha. Okay, that is hilarious. But yeah, that's how that scene ends. Okay. Now I think there were some scenes in between, child, with Trish and Ken, and y'all already feel about those two. So as of right now, until they pick it up and start talking by opening their mouth and letting their tongue hit their teeth properly.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you,
We don't care.
Jerry.
We're done.
Right.
Okay. So yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like Sheree and Nell are the same age. So he still made a faux pas by saying it.
He still made a faux pas by saying it. If Sheree and Nell are closer in age than him sitting there saying he doesn't give a damn about a 60 plus year old birthday, he was wrong. Okay. And Nell shouldn't invite him to shit else.
Right.
That's it. Okay. Don't call me when your ass get locked back up either.
Right.
Okay. How about that? So we're not talking about them. The next scene was Moses, Maurice, and Marcel. These three knuckleheads meet. Now, I was trying to give Moses the benefit of the doubt. I don't know if he just appears nervous on camera, if what we're seeing that looks like liar is just nerves,
Right.
But his energy is giving not telling the truth.
Telling the truth, yeah. Almost
Cover
everything
up.
walks.
Scammer. No, not a scammer. But he just
I wouldn't say scammer energy, but he does seem like maybe he's not telling the truth and he's not comfortable with it.
Right. He's not telling the truth and he's not comfortable with what's coming out of his mouth. He's not saying it in a way that makes you believe him.
Right.
He doesn't even seem convinced for himself. That's the problem. So when you're looking at it, I'm like, well, what are you saying? Because you're sitting in front of two people that you really shouldn't take seriously. And especially if you met with them before. They start off by saying, we've all double dated. We hung out with Destiny and Moses when they were dating. Whatever. So we've met with them. Marceau said he and I even kept contact. He runs some sort of trucking company. And so every once in a while, we talk to each other about business. So you're sitting in front of these dudes and you look like a 5-year-old who is being interrogated.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't feel good. It didn't look like a good scene at all.
Exactly.
What else I got to talk about? Let me see. The gym lady should explain why she hasn't signed those divorce papers yet. Child, people can stay in them relationships forever. You know how it is. Sometimes it's because they can't afford it. M is a waste of screen time. We're going to talk about it though. And Fletcher never checks him the way he needs to be checked. We'll talk about that too. Let's see. I'm mad. Nell's real name is Lernell.
Chronicles of Kim K.
That's why she's about to lay hands on Tisha in a little bit. Yep. Okay. Now let's see. What else I got to say? Hotel is summer than
Dumber than a box of cornflakes.
Dumber. Okay, dumber than a box of cornflakes. And we all know he is avoiding the evaluation of the courts. So we don't care about anything he says. But I'm happy y'all here. So listen about it.
I'm actually surprised that he looks in the mirror. I feel like he avoids literally everything in his life. Everything, including his own reflection.
Martell doesn't even know. Everybody's watching it and he doesn't even know. He keeps sliding down that razor blade all the way down into the pits of hell. But anyway, let's see what else is going on. What's up, Kicking It with Courtney? Anywho, they're sitting down, the three of them, and they're asking them questions like, how did this shit go down? It doesn't look right from the outside looking in, sir. It was felt like one day we was talking to you, you was with Destiny, now you with the producer, for Pete's sake. What do you want to happen? And are you prepared for what's about to go down? Because they're going to eat your ass up in the comment section. I'm telling you as someone who has experienced it for ourselves, right? They're having this conversation with him, which is a real conversation to have, by the way. And he says, I'm ready for it. They ain't going to break up our love. And Marceau damn near chokes on the cigar. Are you kidding me? Like, he's upset. Okay. He's like, I never told anybody this before, but me and Tisha almost got divorced. We all saw it.
We knew, Marcel.
We knew that you was
told you last season y'all went together.
Listen, it even started before that. Marceau was literally, Tisha and Marceau weren't living together. Marceau was writing or putting love songs on his IG. He was writing all kinds of love songs. He would put photographs of him, Tisha, and the kids. He's deleted all of it now, but I do have it in one of my videos. I'm gonna put that video back up. But he was putting love songs out there. He kept singing that one song, Tisha, they're trying to break up our love. Like, who is that? It's her name is Queen something, Queen Naya, something like that. Anyway, he put that damn song on his stories every day until he could get that woman back, child. And he did. And now you can see that Tisha and Marceau are in a different space, especially Tisha.
Tisha's definitely in a different
space.
Not
Marceau. Yeah. Yes. This is who? Naija. Queen Naija. Yep. Okay. Marceau played that song every single day. Every single day. I was like, ooh, him and Tisha aren't doing good at all. And she wasn't under those comments either, like, thank you, boo. Nothing. He was just on his own doing that. Okay. Let's see. Moses reeks of I'm a fuck ninja. Okay. Oh, there's a cologne. There's a cologne apparently.
It's a whole scent.
He motherfucking you. Okay. Anywho. So Marceau is telling him, listen, I consider myself a strong person. We almost lost it, okay? And he says to her, hold on, I agree, Diana. Hold on, I have to look at anybody who agreed, child. I agree, Diana. Tisha and So have gotten past that hump. Yeah, they've gotten past it. You can tell definitely they're in a different place. Tisha's at the point now where she's even moving with the jokes, okay?
Yes.
Posting stuff about, oh, this ensemble is from Target, okay? Out nine.
Join them attitude, yeah.
So she's okay. She's in a better space than she was before. But Marceau is trying to, tell Moses, this is gonna be your shit if you don't figure out how to be better at what you're doing. Right. And then Maurice pipes in and goes, they did the same thing to me with Gibby. They accused. I hope he wasn't talking about us. I hope he was talking about his family because it sounds.
No, girl. He was talking about y'all.
It sounds like he was talking about his family, maybe. No. Because if I recall, when Kimmy asked Maurice to stand up and say she wasn't a side chick on television, he didn't do it.
Well, it didn't help that Kiowa had a different story. So if she wasn't confirming it, then it didn't help him.
It didn't help him.
But he specifically said the peanut gallery. The peanut gallery is
the peanut gallery. Okay, well, I just want to say, where Maurice is concerned, Maurice brought that shit on himself. because everybody, and I do mean everybody, was like, sir, all of the people that were fans and viewers at the time, Maurice, are you going to say that's your wife? Why are you letting that woman call her a side chick? What's going on? People didn't officially call Kimmy a side chick as viewers until Kimmy told on herself, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I think a lot of people gave Kimmy a pass, but when Kimmy was like, I met Maurice, and then I brought my kid to get a haircut from him, and I knew he was married, but blah 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 blah. We were all like, what?
You said you didn't know eyes on her until a year later, I thought.
Right, exactly. Diana, the pill is coming up. He's taking as many of them down as he can. This is a boy. I tell him to run. Yeah, for sure. Martell is a hot ass mess. But Maurice puts his 2 cents in it. And at this point, I'm not even willing to hear his 2 cents. Exactly. Bye, Lemonhead, child. Bye. The side chick comments originated from the Scott family, including your brother, who got on with your ex-wife and had a whole discussion about it. So there's that. It did not come from us. It did not come from the viewers or the bloggers. Okay. So I will say that. But Maurice ends up saying, maybe you can get Destiny to come out and wish y'all the best, right? Basically give y'all a pass and say that, she doesn't care. And even Marcel went, what the fuck? What is wrong with you? That's a dumb idea. Do not do that. It's dumb, sir. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Did I miss anything with that scene?
No.
Okay.
I mean, outside of the fact that he said they're going to try to get pregnant right away with the
the pregnancy.
Yeah.
Okay. He did say that mess. He said something about when y'all trying to start a family. He said right away. And basically they're like, what? Now tell me again the timeline for when y'all got together to when y'all got married if you're trying to get pregnant right away. Basically, he's questioning, was she pregnant before? And that's why you got married. That's what it sounded like to me. Okay. Yes, exactly. Let's see what else y'all got going on. Somebody said you missed us sleeping. You better not be sleeping on me, boo. Okay. Let's see. I think Letitia is trying to hire Target so she can get some free clothes. Whatever she's doing, the conversation started in the chat saying that it was from Target. So right now she's rolling with it. She's moving with the punches, and she's not taking it as sensitively as we used to see. So kudos and congrats, okay? Because sometimes people need to stay out the chat. Okay. Let's go on, child. Who was the next person? If that was it for Moses and Sonny. I mean, Moses and the 3 knuckleheads. Martell and Fletcher. Huh?
You were saying people need to stay out of Tisha's chat?
No, I would say that if you are on reality TV, stay off the blogs and stay out of the chat. Stay out of both. The blogs and the chat have a completely different life of their own. And even though it goes with the show, everything that I'm saying on this YouTube channel right now is what I would say at the water cooler at work, to my family, to my friends, to my neighbors about the show, about the cast. I don't have to know y'all. I'm watching a TV show and I'm telling you what the F I see. So if you get offended because you need me to correct myself, then you shouldn't be on the show. That's a problem. You don't understand the purpose of the chat and the bloggers. That's what I think. So because of it, because so many people have blurred the lines on this show with what's going on in the blogs and what they're doing on the show, it's made the show worse.
Yeah.
Are using storylines that's happening in the blogs, you're bringing it to the show, and that's what's tanking the show, because you don't know how to be your real self, because you're too busy worried about what the hell we're going to say. We're going to talk about you regardless, and that's all you need to know. Whether it's good TV or bad TV, you're going to get talked about, and once you accept that, you'll be fine. Okay? That's what I think. Okay? Now let's get to who was the next? Chris and Martell.
Oh, Chris and Martell.
This was when I was done with Martell. Martell, I don't know how Melody was married to him for 12 years.
I don't know how she was married to him for 1. I'm confused.
I'm sorry. that scene was so infuriating. I could see myself snapping him. Like, what are you doing? That was a horrific scene. People who are friends with him, how do you get through those moments when you're watching someone lie just to lie?
Right.
Chris wanted to whoop his blank, it appeared. Chris shows up at Martell's investment property. That's what they called it. Martell wants people to think that he's doing good for whatever reason. He should keep that a secret too. Who gives a shit? They get outside to the backyard, and Chris basically says, listen, I talked to my wife, and she told me the little comment you made about calling her a side chick. Martell is like, oh, well, wasn't she a side chick? You got some background noise going on?
Somebody's mowing right outside my window.
Okay. So he says, your wife was a side chick, or the timeline or something like that doesn't add up or adds up. And that's when Chris turns into an old angry man and said, my wife ain't no side chick. She never was. Okay. He does this whole thing that you see at the barbershop. He does this whole thing that you see at the barbershop when the old men be going back and forth. And it took Martell by surprise a little bit. But then Chris tried to get serious with him. And I'm going to say he was gentle even in trying to be serious with Martell.
Well, he didn't have to get aggressive because Martell failed from the start.
Martell failed from the start.
Mm-hmm.
From the start, okay? But Martell's sitting up there. Chris says to him, now, when you and I talked, you said it was just a text message. But when I talked to my wife, she said it was a video. It wasn't no video. Where'd you get a video? He went, well, was it a picture? Something from the video? No, it wasn't no picture. It wasn't no picture. It wasn't no video. Ask Mel. Now Chris is like, well, where did the picture come from if it wasn't from the video, and who has it? Martell got so tripped up on just those fucking questions. What does he expect to happen in the courtroom during an appeal if he couldn't answer what the hell Chris said? Oh my God. Bail out now, okay? You meet that probation officer every 2 weeks or whatever they're asking you to do for that year, and hush. I can't believe it.
Exactly.
He couldn't answer a word. Chris is like, well, where's the video? Where'd the picture come from, Martell? So now it is a picture. Now Martell says, you just told me it was a video. Now you're accusing Chris. Chris ain't on trial here.
Right.
No.
But he did it in a way where he was like, so where'd the picture come from? Oh, a picture. No, you told me it was a video. And I'm like, wow, that's your response? That's your rebuttal?
Your rebuttal is, when I'm trying to get you to say, sir, what is it? How the hell where'd the picture come from? I had the picture. Mel got the video. So did she give you the video? Because how did you get the fucking picture? What is going on here? And then he said, I had a picture in my phone and Ariane saw it, and then I deleted it after Ariane saw it.
Mm-hmm.
Child, abort is right.
Abort is right.
We saw this man malfunction like a stepfoot wife, okay? Take him back to the factory. That was crazy.
Right.
That was crazy.
Chris Fletcher even asked at one point, well, were you guys not clothed? Like, were you naked? What's going on? And he was like, no, not at all. Almost like, it was just a random regular picture. No big deal.
See, when this is what old people do when they know you lying. So were you naked in the picture? Why? Then when he said that, he said, well, what the hell would they have given you a warrant? They issued a warrant.
Exactly.
That means there was a judge who looked at evidence and said, this is enough for a warrant. Martell even lied about that. And then at the end, this was the biggest lie. Chris said, well, you said it was thrown out of court. So, and Martell said, and the courts don't lie. Well, now, this was all filmed before the conviction.
Before the conviction, but I wrote it down. He said, I ain't got no video. no picture. Then in the next breath, he said, if I sent it, I sent it. Then he says that I had to write it down because I was like, did he really just say that? If I sent it, I sent it. So you basically said, I have no video, I have no picture. But if I sent it, I sent it. And then he says, anything that she has on me, she meaning Mel, she put out there.
Yeah.
And Chris said, so you're trying to tell me that Mel fabricated the story and put it out and you had nothing to do with it? And he says, brace yourself, correct.
I know it was bad.
He has no sense. He doesn't have good sense at all. What did Mama used to say? Not enough good sense that God gave a flea. That is him.
Enough good sense to get, listen, somewhere Melody was watching that scene like, baby, hey, you done told on yourself, okay?
And then when he said, I know that when Chris said, I know that you said that it would be dropped out of the courts, and he said the courts don't lie. I was like, well, this was clearly filmed before you were found guilty. So you're right, the courts don't lie. You were found guilty, which is even more disgusting.
Right. 1 + 1 = 2, sir.
Right.
And for whatever reason, you got it up there and like 1 + 1 = 789, because that's how many lies you told. It was insane. It was insane. But yeah, he even threw Ariane in the mix even then.
Right.
Okay, they kept putting them dog bark sounds in there. Woof, 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 woof. Every time they said that girl's name, I was like, that is hilarious. Okay. His lies are beyond the pale. I wanted to jump through my TV. He makes me sick. I cannot. Yeah, child. I watched that scene and I was literally just sitting there like, oh my God, he's 41. He has 5 babies.
Right.
There, 5 babies that's going to go back one day and say, let me see what my daddy was doing. What was my daddy up to during the crazy times, okay? Before I go put some money on his damn book so he can get himself some soup or something, okay?
That picture made him look like a plum fool. Total fool.
Because that's where he's going if he keeps that shit up. Somebody's going to be putting money on his books. Keep him safe in the pokey, okay? Let's see. I don't think it's because Marcel loves Letitia as much as he's comfortable with what he can do in her name. I mean, I can't call it. They got kids together. They've been together for a long time. Sometimes people fall out of love, even in marriage. If you're there for that long, it becomes comfort for everybody. Let's see. I don't know. Someone's asking about Revenge P on the reunion. If they'll ask, at the end of the day, that man was a liar. Everything about that scene was a lie. There is no recovery for him at all. Even I think the end of the sentence, at the end of the scene, Chris said, "Do you think you owe her an apology?" And Martell said, "I don't know. Is that what she wants?
Is that what she wants? Is that what she said? He needs to be off the show. He really does."
Is that what she said? Is that what she said? An apology? What a fucking goof.
Right.
What a goof. Okay.
Nothing that you do is going to work. So you had your chance and you let it pass you by like an idiot.
Absolutely. It was horrible. It was horrible. Now we are moving on to the next scene. Let me see if y'all have anything else to add to this conversation. Mel might need to ask the courts for her to be over education because the daddy of theirs, yes.
LaShawn,
let's change everything, shall we? Because that is a clown with a big red nose and the hair and the shoes, child. And you can see him 20 miles away. There's just everything about him is a lie. I wouldn't even want that on me. I mean, at some point in your life, you have to decide that you're not even going to be able to keep them straight. So don't even do it. Just tell the truth. Tell the truth. It'll set you free for sure. As much as Hotel lied to the Fletchers, it's insane they believe him. Well, I don't even think he believed him. He was talking the way I would hear my grandfather talk. This is how old people used to talk. When we were a kid, they already knew the answer. They'd just be asking you to see if you was going to come around and just say, I lied. Okay. Right. But when I start asking you questions and none of that shit start lining up and you just like, I don't know. You told me it was a video. I don't care if I told you it was a video yet. You was the one who got arrested, not me. What the hell did you tell the court? If the court found enough evidence for a warrant, what the hell did they arrest you for? All of that stuff was mind-blowing. Martell should know what that feels like, what that looks like. He is pathological at this point. I agree. Y'all keep saying that people got dirt on people. At this point, after 6-7 years, we can just assume that if there was truly dirt, it would have been said, because nobody is faithful to anybody on this show. They have not been. Martell even admitted to having a video at the reunion when CK was grilling her. Now, what he said was, I played that video on my IG stories a few days ago. And that video right now is still up on YouTube, because all I did was type in reunion season 3. Okay. And it popped right up. Martell tried to make it seem like it was somebody else, right? It was somebody else. Like Melody was with somebody else. It was always him. And the video was done before the show, because Carlos was like, let me just establish, because blah, 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 blah. And Martell and Melody said that it was before the show. Martell admits that Melody had moved out of the house. They were on their way to divorce. Melody explains it. Martell does this wild thing where he says, keep this shit on camera. And in that moment, I went, look at this motherfucker. He literally knew. He literally knew what his plans were from that moment. Keep this on camera, because he was setting the stage after losing everything, losing his family, losing the wealth, losing it all. And Melody lost too, because we always say Martell lost, but Melody walked away from millions too. Melody did the same thing. And to be honest with you, after I had went back and looked at some of this stuff, and Melody saying, you know what? Martell had came to me one night or whenever, after having the baby, and she said, he says to her, you're just going to have to deal with it. I'm going to be with you and her. Martell was holding Melody's dream hostage. Melody wanting to be, he thought he was, correct. He thought he was. Melody saying, I want to be an entertainer, all of these things. And then Martell is like, well, you're living in your dream now. You're on TV. So because we have this picture perfect family and this was a part of the dream, you're just going to have to sit in this shit with me messing with this girl until I'm ready to give it up, if I'm ever ready to give it up. And Melody called it and said, you know what?
I'm done.
Even in that first season when she said, I got blessings over my life. This is where that shit comes from, in my opinion. God has favored me. And if I stick with this motherfucker, I'm going to lose God's favor. That was it. You thought because I was getting what I wanted, that I would be okay with you, or just not say anything, turn a blind eye to you messing with that nasty ass bitch. Okay? And it didn't happen. Yep. And Melody said it too. She said it was her and Martell in the video. She said that a couple of times. She admitted it on the episode this season. So the thing is, Martell had already planned how he was going to play it, because he thought if people thought Melody was cheating on him, then everybody would forgive him cheating on her. And that just didn't happen that way. Okay? That's right, boo. This is what happened when you come over here. We gonna get these scenes together, child. But yeah, that was it. Okay? But anyway, Destiny and Moses sit down together. That's the final scene of the show. Thoughts, Clone, before I get into this? Oh, Clone must have left the room. Okay. So
sorry, I was on mute. I'm sorry, someone's mowing outside of my window and you're going to hear it. So I'll just say this before you start the scene. I didn't think I was going to like the scene, but I liked it. I'm actually interested in hearing more between Destiny and Moses. And I think it was because he looked so uncomfortable. He kept bouncing his shoulders up and down. Now, listen, I'm not saying it's true or real, because I already told you I kind of think this Destiny Sonny Moses thing is all played out, or it's played up, it's fake. but I did like their interaction together, regardless if it was fake or not. I thought that was well done, in my opinion.
Okay. Well done is it's too much for me, but I
It's
understand.
still too much for you.
Yeah.
I
So,
actually have an interest in seeing those two play out
mhm.
in another scene together.
Okay, a lot of the
I'm
audience,
here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
that's music to my ears, okay? But I'm gonna talk about this scene because it's worth talking about. I told y'all that I was gonna tell y'all what bothers me about Destiny. I don't know Destiny from a hole in the fucking wall, but I see her on the show. And what my problem is with Destiny is she never gives us the full picture of anything. She won't call a thing the thing. She literally walks you to the track. She hands the damn ticket to the conductor, and then she gets on the damn train. She don't say shit else. It's always just you have to figure it out. And when you do try to paint a picture that makes sense for you, she gets angry about it, okay? She did it when she came on that reunion stage and said, "My husband served me with divorce papers 3 days after I gave birth." Now, most of us were gasping. I was like, that what? Who does that? I literally was freaking out, thinking that's a crazy thing. You know, you're trying to put the pieces together. Okay, this is your first son. This is that man's first son. Who does that? What the hell's going on in that relationship, Destiny? Did you do something? Did he think the baby wasn't his? Because that's going to be your next thought, logically. Okay, just like if there's smoke billowing from a building, I don't need someone. I don't need a police officer or a fireman to tell me there's fire. I can see it. So when these things happen, we're asking questions, okay? We're putting things together because she won't tell you anything else. She literally left that a blanketed statement, right? Fine. I'm just giving you some examples of what Destiny has done in the past.
Okay.
In this scene, what we know of Destiny and Moses is what she shared on Post-it notes for the most part. Moses is a real man. I finally found somebody that she was doing all of these sound bite type of things. Her and Moses were going out or whatever. We see picture of them on the internet. Now they're broken up. We don't know why. And we still don't know why they broke up. You know what she gave as a reason?
Why? What?
She said, "You wanted to be the girlfriend. And you wanted me to treat you like the girlfriend. That's the problem. So you calling him a bitch now? Isn't that what we got out of the LeBeric thing when everything shattered and broke up? You basically said your reason for leaving that man was that he didn't know how to leave and cleave his mama, or leave and cleave the relationship, leave his mama and cleave you. What? And now you're changing the reason to your being abused. And I'm not even saying that that's not what happened, because I don't know you. I don't know what happened. And I don't want to minimize any woman's abuse story if that is truly what happened. But you spent so much time telling people that the reason that marriage didn't work is because he didn't know how to leave his mama, that when you are trying to tell what you refer to as your truth, it's hard for our ears to take it in, because that's such a big discrepancy. Am I right or am I wrong?
It's a discrepancy. You're right.
It's a huge discrepancy. You didn't say that before. And I think people would have been open to hearing that in the beginning. And so you're mad at everybody because it's hard for them to change what they believed to be true about you, because nothing else was adding up. You're the one who put those stories out there. We didn't. The bloggers did not. I know I didn't. And even when you were at your lowest, I was one of the people who was saying Destiny has like an emotional trauma that is happening inside of her, and she can't get it out right. And because of that, she is trying to fight everything and everybody. I said that so many times, it was crazy. But it's hard for me to listen to you talk about Moses be a real man, real man, real man, real man. You're never, even with you saying you wanted me to be the girl, you wanted to be the girlfriend. Okay, so you're calling him a bitch again. But what happened? What made him a bitch now? Like, all I'm asking is that you give us a full picture. At least with Moses, when he sat at the table and he said, I was done with you in April. And I realized that you did not want this relationship because it was my birthday. I asked you to come. You didn't. In my opinion, okay, it's his birthday. He wanted you there, that you're his woman. So you couldn't catch a plane, ma'am? And if you couldn't, why couldn't you say something like, this is what was going on with me? I expected you to be able to understand. You don't answer that. You respond by calling him a bitch. So I don't know.
Okay.
I felt like the scene was, what am I looking for?
Lacking?
No, I think the energy between them, I think they really were dating.
Okay.
Like, I don't think it's a lie that they were dating.
There is a connection there. I feel like there is some sort of connection between them.
Correct. The problem with the scene for me is Destiny comes off untrustworthy. And then Moses has untrustworthy energy too. And he was nervous as shit trying to, I was trying to let you know about Sunny, my wife. Like, he gonna.
Well, he's got to do it in case she watches it.
And I understand him saying Sunny, but if you say Sunny, just land on Sunny and then maybe say your wife later. Don't say your wife like, ooh, this is how I rehearsed it. It didn't come out the way I rehearsed it. You got to say it the way you meant it the first time. Just let it be. And then you're saying it in front of her. And Destiny, again, because she's frustrated, she's not speaking, she's not articulating what people who are watching need to hear. Mm-hmm. So she's just like, you did that shit on purpose. Oh, you never loved me. You guys did that to hurt me. You loved me even after you said you was done with me. You loved me all the way through August. And then she said, I sent you a text message saying, I choose me. Over what? Like, why are you saying I choose me? And we're supposed to understand. We don't know what the breakdown in your relationship was in the first fucking place. You're speaking in a way where you think we get it and we don't get it. And nobody helped us get it. So that's why we are always here with Destiny.
Okay. So we're missing the nucleus with Destiny. All right. Well, we can at least admit that they have chemistry together in their scenes, and maybe more scenes with them in the future if they do it right could be good.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
We done.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing those two again.
Oh my God. Okay, this is how I feel about it. I feel like the season's already been taped, right? Mm-hmm. Thank you for hitting the like button. I hope everybody else hit that like button too. Okay. Season's already been taped. It's just hard for her to articulate what's going on with her. She's had a lot of opportunities. We don't know why her relationship really broke down with her marriage.
Okay.
She told us one thing. She's telling us something different now. Not that what she's saying now isn't true. I don't know her. I don't know him. I want to give the benefit of the doubt. I'm just saying, you got to drive the straight line too. You got to when you tell a lie like that, or when you say one thing, you got to come back and say, this was my reason for saying that. And this is the true reason. There's supposed to be people in her life helping her share herself in a way that's open and true for her. And it's still not landing. And it still didn't land. That meetup scene with her and Moses, we should have known why Destiny and Moses broke up. If anything, not you didn't tell me about you and Sunny, because at this point, it does not fucking matter. Why did the two of you break up is the real story. And why is he stuttering when he's talking to you? Okay. Why is he afraid? Yeah, I can admit that. Yeah, I should have been the one to tell you. Of course you should have been the one to tell her. Why is Sunny texting Destiny to say, oh, by the way, I'm with your man now? You could have done that. If you loved her enough to still send her money, to still see if you can get back together with her, all of those things were things. When she sat at the table, she should have said, the reason why I left your ass in the first place is because of this shit right here. I didn't know what you was doing in St. Louis, and I questioned it, and it was right for me to question, because if you was a low down dirty dog to do this to me, You was doing everything else that I thought you were doing. That's a story. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I just didn't get that. Let's see what y'all talking about.
Diana was writing the whole damn scene. Okay, go ahead.
Come on, Diana. She was worried about how the truth sounds. I don't care. I don't. I'm here to tell you right now. I don't care. Okay. Um, Everybody asks, what do people want in reality TV? We don't have to see people boxing each other. We're here to see real moments, and real moments that we all have, whether we want to admit to it or not. We know somebody who's had it. We're experiencing it some kind of way. And the reason why we watch it is because we're relating to that story. And right now, she hasn't shared that story in a way that is honest or true. We don't need another scene. Moses is married. There's nothing further to say. I mean, child, listen, y'all somehow were interested in Trisha's marriage and boyfriend. So I will even say that Destiny and Moses, I would agree, they could be somebody if they was telling that story right. And Destiny ain't. And she's been on the show longer. And she was the one who was saying they came to my show. They came to the space I was in. And you still ain't telling it right. You're making them look like they deserve to be together and giving your approval. No need for the two of them to film any more scenes. Okay. Well, you heard it, Destiny. If you're watching, we're done. Let's see.
We're not.
This one's for you, clone.
Okay, I think they have potential. They might be able to get. They might be able to get it together. I know we don't care. I get it.
All right. Well, y'all, that's pretty much it for now, child. We will be back to talk about something else. Okay. We'll be back to talk about something else later, child. But this is it. This is episode 4. Okay. He loved her until August. He loved her until August, child. And then it was done. It was done. Okay. We appreciate every single one of y'all for hanging out with us this Memorial Day weekend. Okay. Hopefully everybody is safe out there. Thank you. I appreciate it. Me and my sister, we're screaming too, child. Hit the like button for us. We appreciate everybody for rocking with us. We will see you guys on the next one. Okay. And that's it. Bye-bye.
Bye.